everybody, Dana Stovern here with the Magic of Somatic Money, and I've got an insider share here about being a highly sensitive person trying to function in today's world. And the story that I've got to share with you today has to do with how one of my neighbors down the road openly encouraged her German Shepherd to attack me and my dog Peanut on a dog walk today. We're okay. I'm fine. Peanut is fine. I am rattled, and part of the reason I'm doing this is just to process through some of it. But I want to keep it on point that coming out of it, there are a couple of touchstone pieces that are pretty important, and one of them has to do with safety in today's world. Another one has to do with race. And the third part has to do with money. So here's the setup. This is the story. So if you've been following me, you know I have a dog and I love my dog, and so we do dog walks. Peanut is a beagle healer. She needs her, like we both need our sanity time to get out and blow it out, and we get out and do at least 2, if not 3 dog walks a day just to blow the cobwebs out. And it's great because I love being outdoors. I'm a nature person, and it's just really a great way to, come down off the ride and enjoy nature and enjoy my dog and process things, and that's all good. And we have multiple routes. Like there's quite a few different routes that we take, and one of them, actually a couple of them, I live in Eastern Washington out in the country, and this is irrigation country. And I grew up in Colorado in irrigation country. And so I know about canals and irrigations and seasons and fields. And that's part of what I love about being out here is being able to see all that and be a part of that and see the rhythms. And so we were along this particular canal walk. And of course, there's dogs along the way. And over the course of the time that I've lived here, I've gotten to know the dogs. I've gotten to know the dog owners, the majority of them, except this one particular property where the house sits off of the canal. There's this huge lawn, and there's like 2 or 3 dogs there, but there's 2 dogs in particular that always come out to meet us if they're out, and it's this German Shepherd and a French Bulldog. And they raise a ruckus. Like they come running out, just barking at us, and then they turn in circles at the fence. And at first this was like really scary for me. And then, I did some, Caesar dog stuff and I did some alpha stuff just to kind of create some boundaries. And so those 2 dogs, they'll come out and meet us, but they stay on the other side of the fence and do their dance. And Peanut and I, we take care of business and keep going. Well, today we were doing our dog walk, minding our own business along the canal, and these 2 dogs came running out like they normally do, except this time people. I'm pretty sure it was 2 people. And one of them was yelling, get him, sick him, get him. And it was a woman's voice. And in all the time I've lived in the country, I'm in my 50s now, and all the time I have lived in the country and walked my dogs and been part of neighborhoods, no one has ever sicked their dog on me voluntarily, especially not a German Shepherd. And this particular German Shepherd, I don't think he'd hurt a flea, but I noticed that when this woman commanded her dog to attack me, this dog didn't dance at the fence. He looked like he was gonna come over the fence, and he easily could have. Scared the bejesus out of me, but I kept my wherewithal and we kept moving. And part of me was like, did I just hear what I heard? Did I hear another human being voluntarily telling their dog to attack me and my dog? Went through the walk, did what we needed to do on the walk. It was not as enjoyable as I wanted it to be. Was processing that. And lo and behold, during this walk, as I was coming back, one of the neighbors way down the road. Now, you got to understand, this is Eastern Washington. Yeah, there's a lot of conservative Republicans. There's a lot of Latinx here. And there's very, very few liberals. So let's just say I am in the extreme minority when it comes to my political, my beliefs and political standings. And I think people know that when they meet me and they talk with me, but we do what we always do in the country. We keep the politics on the down low. We talk about the weather and the fields and how everybody is doing. And people are civil and we help one another. And that's what I love about living in the country is no matter how polarized the politics are, there's humanity out here. People are kind and people watch out for one another. And that's been the case here. It was the case on the western slope of Colorado. When I was out on this walk, one of the neighbors from way down the road, his name is Butch. He's an older fella, and these guys, they get out in their like agricultural golf carts and they ride up and down the canal and take care of the places where they monitor and change the water. And that's what Butch was doing. He came, way up over on the holler and came down and he was driving his golf cart and I hadn't seen him for a few months. I was like, hey, Butch, hey, Dana. And we're having a really good conversation. And I still was pretty rattled. And so I told him, I said, Butch, I've always had good experiences out here so far, knock on wood, except, and I told him what happened today. And he was concerned and he said, well, that house you're talking about, that's a sheriff. The sheriff and his wife live there. And so he was kind of getting hot and bothered that the sheriff might have done this to me. And I said, oh no, it was his wife, because it was a woman's voice. And that kind of set him back a little bit too. And as I conversed with Butch about this, and he told me that it was a sheriff's house that this has happened at, and I literally, as I was standing there talking to him, I had flashes of white male officers allowing their German shepherds to attack African Americans. And for a split second, I walked in those shoes. And so one of the things I want to say in this video is I only experienced that momentarily. And, it sliced right through me. And so I can't imagine what it must be like to live with that among other fears if you are a person of dark skin and have concerns about white-skinned law force. And so this is just to recognize and honor the people living in our communities who have that fear and have that intergenerational fear. And this is just me saying, I am so sorry that is something you go through, because today I got a slice of it, just a little teeny tiny part of it. Yeah, I'm going to be remanaging how we do our dog walks around here. Then the last part of this that I want to make mention to, as far as the money part, because I'm the money lady and this is a Somatic Money channel, I had to come back from that dog walk today, and I had a couple consultations. I'm doing videos today. I had some business to take care of, and I'm dealing with trauma. I am dealing with trauma in my central nervous system to show up and perform and be very present with the people that I'm working with. And yet in the background, this event that happened today. And yeah, so this is just me saying that, yes, the events that we have in our day that can cause trauma or re-trigger trauma, that affect us with our businesses and our employment and our money, is a very real thing. And That's a big part of the reason why I'm here with Somatic Money, is to help people regulate their nervous system in their body so that you're not triggering, or triggering is bad, so that you can work with your money.